Meghan and Harry's ambitions crumbled. Sussex's Obama party fail. Meghan Markle and Harry are now Hollywood royalty, but their absence from the Obama party guest list raises a lot of questions. If you think it's hard finding the perfect gift for your nearest and dearest, spare a thought for the great and good who were meant to be celebrating President Barack Obama's 60th birthday party on the exclusive island of Martha's Vineyard this week. The party was postponed at the 11th hour due to a surge in COVID cases. What the hell do you get a man who's had his own set of nuclear codes, personal email server, and a Boeing 747? Luckily, that's a conundrum Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, won't have to find the answer to, given they were not going to the bash. Curiously, we know that they were not planning to attend the shindig thanks to the New York Post's Page 6 column, which has broken a series of stories about the couple of late, including Harry's rumored $27 million book deal. This latest tidbit about the Obama party popped up in a story about the Duchess's 40th birthday this week, raising the obvious question, were they actually invited to the party in the first place? And this brings us to a particularly interesting point. Do Harry and Meghan have what it takes to cut it as global power players? Will the Sussexes be welcomed with open arms by the private jet-hopping, Davos-going global elite? You know, the sort of names for whom buying a private island, planning to colonize Mars, and vaccinating an entire country simply constitutes their Monday to-do list. As the U.S. and much of the world reopens, will the most rarefied upper echelons of the business, entertainment, and social world greet them with open arms and chilled flutes of Krug, or are they about to fail to make the cut? Yes, I hear you. I know they are a bona fide Duke and Duchess who have the Queen's mobile number, follow George Clooney's secret Instagram handle, and can get the Archbishop of Canterbury on the blower in a trice. But look a bit closer and things are not quite as golden as they might first appear. In July 2019, Harry and Meghan walked the red carpet at the London premiere of the Lion King movie, and everyone from Beyoncé to Disney supremo Bob Iger patiently, nearly nervously, waited to touch the hem of the Sussexes. There was no equivocation or sliver of a doubt about who precisely sat at the very apex of the social hierarchy that night. If those same celebrities, Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Elton John, gathered with Harry and Meghan today on another red carpet, does that same pecking order still hold? I'm not so sure. In February of 2020, the Sussexes were invited to speak at a J.P. Morgan conference, for which they were rumored to have been paid a six-figure sum. There's not been a repeat performance, and in May, they co-chaired the celebrity-strewn Vax Live, the concert to reunite the world, which was something of a damn squib, failing to make much of a splash and registering as something of a TV ratings flop, pulling in an audience of only 1.3 million people. The only stars who now regularly speak out on the Sussexes' behalf are her former Suits co-star and makeup artist Daniel Martin. We're a long way from 2019 when their wedding guest, George Clooney, defended them, saying that the media's treatment of the Duchess has been a little unjust, a little unfair, and unkind. Harry's mate and Montecito neighbor Orlando Bloom signed on to a TV project which mocks the royal family, including Harry, the Queen, and the late Prince Philip. These are going to be very awkward the next time these blokes bump into each other, grabbing an acai bowl after Soul Cycle. In July, the biggest names in business and the tech world gathered in Sun Valley, Idaho, for the annual event billed as Summer Camp for Billionaires. They were not there. The Sussexes might have signed a reported $180 million in business deals, but as yet have not produced, released, or made anything that puts them anywhere near a professional par with assorted names who get invitations to the Obama's potluck and Pinot nights. Or, to put it another way, Harry and Meghan are yet to prove themselves, and to date they are still best known because of who his grandmother is, not what they have personally achieved in the world. All of this is a far cry from what might and could have been for the Duke and Duchess. Rewind to March of last year when the Sussexes landed in Los Angeles and they were the most sought-after couple in the world. Any party, shindig, or soiree they might have wanted entree would welcomed them into their midst. But a lot can change in 15 months, especially when Harry and Meghan have spent the better part of this year sharing their truth with all the pent-up urgency of a recently divorced yoga teacher who's taken up some journaling. Yes, they might have demonstrated again and again their eagerness to throw themselves into charitable work, but what defines them today is not their hard graft, but the tumult and drama that they've unleashed on the royal house and his family. What that means is that the couple are no longer simply bring them with the magic stardust of royalty, but more baggage than a Louis Vuitton warehouse, therefore having transformed themselves into polarizing, divisive public figures. Are they still the prize invitees they might have been? So too has the growing chasm between the couple and the House of Windsor eroded some of that magical je ne sais quoi that usually comes with royalty. Keep in mind here that post-Megxit, Harry and Meghan have been popping up on TV screens and headlines with such regularity that they have the quotidian presence thanks to their bombshell interviews, myriad lawsuits, business deals, and ongoing family feuds. It is enough to make even the most ardent royal obsessive fancy a long lie down. Think about it in economic terms. Scarcity raises the value of a commodity. In their rush to make a splash, what the Sussexes have incidentally done is to erode that value. Consider also not only whether their own star might have waned a bit, but that they now live in an epicenter of celebrity culture and in a city where you can't swing a purebred Pomeranian without hitting an A-lister. Harry and Meghan might still be a pretty big fish, but they are now swimming in a pond stuffed full of a lot of other big fish. On September 13th, the most dazzling extravaganza of all, the Met Gala, will return to New York for the first time in more than 2 years. Given that Harry and Meghan have a 2-month-old daughter, Lily, and toddler son, Archie, at home, swinging champers in a room full of fashion and social heavyweights who have not eaten a decent meal since the Bush administration might not be their idea of a good time. Fair enough. But there will be more of these sort of moments that will test just how high or low their social and professional stock is after a past very rocky 6 months of revelations. 2 years on from that Lion King premiere, the words of Joni Mitchell come to mind. You don't know what you've got till it's gone, and George Clooney isn't returning your calls. Meanwhile, author Tom Bauer will likely sort out Meghan Markle's true character and age in his upcoming biography about her due to release for March of 2022. Anyone who will alter their birth certificate to falsify their age is certainly someone I would not trust as my political representative. Actor Joshua Silverstein claims to have met Meghan at a summer camp where they were both aged 13 years and shared their first kiss. Silverstein was born in November 1977 and is now approaching 44. Yet Meghan claims to have just turned 40. If Meghan was actually 9 on that summer camp, what sort of organizers had 13-year-old boys mingling with 9-year-old girls? My daughter, born in 1976, went on to such school camps aged 9, and no way would any teenagers been allowed anywhere near their group. Someone is fibbing here, and since 9-year-old girls are unlikely to want to kiss 13-year-old boys, I suspect it may be the Duchess of Deceit, who we know told 17 lies about the British monarch on TV and is now bragging about being nominated for an Emmy for her poor acting. The old saying, you need to be a good liar to make a successful politician. Trouble is, it takes a good memory to be a good liar, and since Meghan couldn't even memorize the lines of the British national anthem, she will fail miserably in her attempts at politics. And you, what do you think about Meghan Markle? Please tell me your view below in the comment section, and we'll also discuss them together.